So in this video, I'm going to go through the first half of the assignment for making the plan. I'm going to do just the semantic stuff. So what I've done is I've put all the text I'm going to use into this document over here. If you're struggling with how the layout works, I would suggest putting it in a document like this just so you can see how the headings relate to each other, how the subtitles relate to each other, the paragraphs. So this is all the text I'm going to use, but we're going to make this into an HTML page. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to Shift Edit, and we need to make a new folder. So right-clicking, New Folder. I'm going to name this the name of your class. Oops. There, okay. So now that we have a new folder, we're going to make a new HTML file. So we'll go down here and find the HTML file. It's probably, oh, there it is, it's at the top. So we have a new HTML file. Now this created all of your default stuff. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to change the title. You can see the title, you want to follow this format. So I'm going to copy that, Control C, and I'm going to paste that right there. Now I'm going to change site name to my site name, which is going to be Epic Photography. And this is for CS 195. Oops. And then the year. So we have our title now. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to make an H1 title for the name of our site. And that's going to be inside of the body tag. So the body tag, everything inside of here, the space in between these two tags is what's going to actually show up on your website. The stuff up there in the meta, that's not going to show up on your site. That's for the browser. So for the H1 tag, we go H1. And you can see it close the other half. And then we're going to do your site name. So we got that. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the elevator speech. Or, excuse me, we're going to do the your description. So we're going to pop down here and we're going to make a paragraph tag. And I'm just going to copy this right out. And Control V to paste it right in there. Let's go to View and turn on Word Wrap. So now we can see the whole thing. So we've got our description there. The next thing we want is our elevator speech, and this is going to be an H1 tag, an H2 tag, because it's underneath Epic Photography. So you can see here this one is bigger than this one, because elevator speech, slogan, and inspirational sites are all underneath this topic. So these topics are subsets of that topic. And what this means in the HTML is you're going to use bigger numbers for less important stuff. So this is our elevator speech. And then after that, I'm going to go down and make another paragraph tag, and I'm going to copy in my elevator speech. Oops. Copy. Control V to paste. So we got our elevator speech. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to put in our slogan. So we got our slogan. So now that we've gotten this far, let's go look at this. So we're going to save this, and we're going to save this as plan. So you can see named plan, and we want it to go inside of CS 195. So that's all good. We're going to click save, and it's saving. So now let's go look at this. Okay, so that took a second. I just had to go find it there. I was in the wrong directory. So for this screencast, I'm using a special directory inside of mine. So you can see I have 2 extra levels there. When you do yours, it will look something more like that. But that's what I'm using. So just cancel that. So we can see we got ourselves some good work already. Let's go back to this document. The next thing we're going to do is our definition list. And if you want to know more about a definition list, we have this table here. And you can see that this is a nested tag. You have around the whole definition list, you have a DL tag, definition list. If you want to learn more about that tag specifically, you can always click on these links, and it'll take you to a page that's specific to that. So, in this case, it's this page. This is about as specific as you get. Inside the definition list, you have terms and definitions. The term is kind of like the one-word thing, and then this is the description. And the way we're going to use this here is we're going to have our inspirational sites in a definition list, and our definition term is going to be the website, and we're going to have a link in there, and it'll be that'll be our terms list, our definition term. The definition is going to be this part here, this text. That's going to go in there, and the browser is going to format this specially, and when we get into CSS, we're going to be able to specifically control how definition lists appear and manipulate how these look when they're rendered. So I'm going to go back to here, and we're just going to keep working. Going to make an H2 tag and inspirational sites. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to make our first tag, and we're going to give ourselves a little room inside, and the next thing we're going to do is make our definition term, our first definition term. And for this one, we're going to put a hyperlink around the whole thing. So a space href is equal to http :// and then after you've gotten your hyperlink, we're going to go ahead and put target equals quote underscore blank. And what that does is when you click on this hyperlink, it's going to open it in a new window. And I spelled that wrong, and I'm going to fix that. So that opens it in a new window when you click the hyperlink. So that's it for there. And now we're going to put our title of the site. So for this site is I love typography. And then we got to close the hyperlink tag. Got to close it. So now we got our definition term, and we have the hyperlink inside of it. So now for every definition term, we got to have our definition. So we're going to go to the next level, tab in, dd, and then I'm going to copy and paste this nice little paragraph inside. And I'm going to go enter, and now we're going to go to our second. Oops, that is the wrong way. We want dt, not td. Okay. So now we're going to do the same thing for our next site. A href equals quote. Oops. http :// and quote target equals quote, underscore blank. That's kind of annoying. It should let me complete that. But anyway, underscore blank. End the quote, end this tag, and then we're going to end our A tag, and we're going to go back and add in the name of this site. So we've got our next term. We're going to go to our next definition, tab in, dd, and I'm going to copy in this other lovely paragraph. And we're going to back down dt, our next definition term, href equal to, this one is ted dot, or don't forget to add the HTTP, or else this will not work the way that you're thinking. Oops, only one colon, slash slash, ted.npr.org. And we're going to end that. Target equals quote underscore blank, end quote. End that. And then we're going to end the attribute tag. Oops. And we're going to name this ted. And then we're going to tab in, do our dd, and I'm going to copy in this lovely paragraph. Copy. Control V paste. And then we are now done with the inspirational sites. We're going to do competing sites, but we want that in a separate definition list. So I'm going to get rid of this return. We're going to go here. We're making a new H2. This one's going to be competing websites. Inside of there, we're going to make our new DL. Inside of there, we're going to have our first DT. And my first DT is going to be, and I actually don't want it like that. There we go. First one for me is going to be a href is equal to quote. Oops, I forgot it again. Very important to actually remember those, or they won't work. And then we're going to close the A tag, or we got to get our target blank in there. Oops. And we can close that tag now. Do the other end. And move back here and we'll put the title in there. Now we got our definition term. Let's go to the next term. Tab in, dd, and I'm going to copy this lovely paragraph in there. Oops. Got to get a hold of the whole thing. There we go. Control C to copy. Control V to paste. Got that definition. Let's go to the next one. Our dt. And let's put in a href equal to there it is, quote http // desktop.com. Target equal to underscore blank, and the quote and the tag, put the closing tag, and we'll go back and put the title in there. Okay, got our next definition term, tab in, do our dd, and I'm going to copy in this nice paragraph. Control C to copy. Control V to paste. tab in to get to our DT. We'll do another href equal to quote http / hdw. Let me find the actual hyperlink for this one. So I'm going to copy that. That would have been very hard for me to remember. And control paste. And I'm going to go back and add the HTTP again. // Get rid of that random character and the quote. Target is equal to quote underscore blank. And end that. Close the tag. Add the title. Okay. So we have our definition term. Tab in, do our DD. And I'm going to copy this paragraph. And that's in there. We'll go down, make sure we have all of our tags closing. Every tag that isn't self-closing should have its own partner tag with a slash in front of it like that. So I'm going to save this. And I'm going to go over here. We're going to refresh. And as you can see, by default it's formatted our definition list to have the definition indented a little ways from the term. So as you can see, what we have here is we have nice little links that we can click on. And you can see I made a typo here somewhere because it did not take me to the correct site. So I'm going to go back over here and find Mashable. And as you can see, I put 2 in there. And it looks like I did this in a lot of places, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to remove those. I guess it's just one of those days. So it looks like I got all those. I'm going to save this again. And I'm going to refresh over here. And now I'm going to click on this and it's going to work. Hooray. And then all the other ones should work as good. And you can see because we put target equal to blank on there, it's opened a new tab for us. So this concludes this video. What we've done is we've set up a definition list here for inspirational sites and competing websites. And we've set up the very top and we've set the title. You can see the title up here. I didn't mention that. Plan for the development of etc. etc. So yeah, in the next video I'm going to continue on and we're going to do the demographic information. So be sure to tune in for that.